A house explosion on December 4th, 2023. The incident began when a patrol officer heard what sounded like a firearm discharge.
I'm gonna go try to get them to stop doing that.
And discovered flares being fired from a duplex on North Burlington Street.
Firing flares from his backyard, and not just one or two, 30 to 40.
Landing near a park and school. Over a 25-minute period, 41 flares were discharged as officers arrived and attempted unsuccessfully to contact the barricaded suspect James Yu, about whom neighbors reported reclusive and erratic behavior. Due to growing concerns for public safety, a search warrant was obtained, and the emergency response team arrived, also trying to negotiate with Yu. After no response, the front door was breached using an armored vehicle, followed by gunshots heard from inside. Subsequently, officers deployed less lethal chemical munitions, and the house then exploded at 8:24 p.m.
The blast, captured on cell phone camera, ripped the house apart,
leading to the evacuation of neighbors. The following day, Yu's remains were found, and his death was attributed to thermal injuries and the blunt forces trauma, with investigators concluding that the explosion was intentionally caused using gasoline. A Japanese game show called Television Miyazaki. In this game, contestants stood on a platform above muddy water and tried to push each other off. A show host named Tetsushi Yanagida participated in one such game and fell headfirst into the shallow water, which was only 6 inches deep but had a thick layer of mud. This fall resulted in Tetsushi breaking his neck and becoming paralyzed. Tragically, the crew intentionally misinterpreted the situation as a prank and even pushed his face into the mud, causing him to drown briefly before they pulled him up and then dropped him face first again. Tetsushi ultimately survived the accident but was left paralyzed from the neck down. He later returned to the show in some capacity. The YouTuber Creepy Outdoors often goes camping alone. His videos show his camping trips by himself, usually in very far off places. He is used to the sounds of nature, like animals moving quietly and the wind in the trees. But on this trip, something felt very different. As he looked around the area, walking a little away from where he had set up camp, he heard a quiet sound, a small movement, just where he couldn't quite see. Without thinking, he did what any careful explorer would do. He turned off his light so he could hide in the dark and watch without being seen. Then the quiet was broken, not by the usual sound of an owl or a branch breaking. Instead, a sound that didn't belong there at all. Something completely unexpected cut through the silence. A voice, very clear, high and definitely human. "I see you."
Oh, fuck. Oh, hi. What the hell?
In the middle of nowhere, far away from any houses, spoken from the complete darkness. Understandably scared, Creepy Outdoors didn't wait. He went back quickly, his mind trying to find a normal reason for what he had just heard. But in that lonely place, the scary words didn't make any sense. He later said it was the most frightening sound he had ever heard in the deep woods. A voice without a body seeming to know he was there, in a place where it was very unlikely, if not impossible, to find another person. The experience made Creepy Outdoors and still makes viewers feel a little worried. It's a strong reminder that even in places we know well, strange things can be hiding just outside the light of our flashlight. Robert Camou is accused of assaulting and kidnapping his girlfriend, Amanda Custer, On Monday night, Camou was recorded at a bar near Skid Row rapping about killing a woman and burying her body, also mentioning that the police were looking for him.
You don't even know news. I killed my buried that dirt.
Hours later, on Tuesday, Camou was found unresponsive in his car in downtown LA. After a 5-hour standoff, SWAT used tear gas to take him into custody. Custer was not found in the car. Witnesses reported seeing Camou loading Custer's limp body into his car on Monday morning. Camou's parents had called 911 on Monday after finding blood and signs of an assault at their home. The couple had a history of domestic violence, and Camou was also a no-show for a court appearance on a previous charge. Amanda Custer is described as 31 years old, 5'8", 140 pounds, with brown hair and green eyes. She was allegedly placed in Camou's car against her will. The LA County Sheriff's Department is asking for the public's help in finding Custer. Camou was scheduled to appear in court on an unrelated charge and is being held without bail, with the possibility of more charges being added. A family in India starts to notice scary and weird things happening in their house. It's like a classic ghost story, and we see it through the eyes of the family as they try to figure out what is going on. Their lives become scary because of strange events, and it seems to start with their young son. Their son has bad nightmares about a scary man in black who watches him in the mirror. The nightmares get worse when the boy dreams that the shadowy man kills his parents. This makes the boy very scared. The father, Zach, decides to write down all the strange things happening, hoping to find an explanation. As Zach writes, the strange things get worse. The son's nightmares continue and the house feels scary.
How I get it out whenever I'm dreaming? I can also
Zach also sees something strange in the bedroom, which makes him uneasy. Then even stranger things happen. The lights turn off by themselves, and the family hears footsteps in the living room when no one is there. The story gets intense when Zach says, "God save me," showing how scared and helpless the family feels. They don't understand what is happening and don't know what to do.